Hello everyone. Today I am sharing a perfect short collar front slit umbrella kurti. In today's video, I am using this measurement. You can change the measurement accordingly. For this dress, I am using 3.5 meter of cotton fabric. First, for the top part cutting, I have folded the fabric into two folds. Here I am cutting the front part separately. On the close side, mark 2 inch for the button placket. And other marking I am doing based on the measurement. Front part cutting is over. We'll open the front part for the button placket. Now we'll cut the back part. For back part, we'll cut it on the paper first and then we'll cut the main fabric. Since back part we are using as a shirt type, so we'll first cut the paper. On top we are making 1 inch extra and then 1 inch I'm using for the back neck since we have to attach the collar here. And on 5 inch I'm cutting this in two pieces. So the top part, since it's the shirt type, top part we have to cut it in two parts and bottom part we have to cut it in one part. On 5 inch I'm keeping it here for the stitching and then I'm marking and cutting the back part. Now for the top one we have folded in 4 fold and we have just cut it. So we got the two pieces of the fabric. I will proceed to the stitching. Back part is stitched the way I am showing it here. So in this way stitching will be invisible. For proper finishing we'll do one top stitch here. Now we'll attach the shoulder. To attach the shoulder the way I am attaching it here, so first I am taking only one piece of the back part, then front part shoulder and then another piece I am taking it from back. First I am securing it on the pin so that it's easy for handling and then we'll stitch it. In this way stitching will be totally invisible on the shoulder. Now I am attaching the second shoulder. Same I am taking one part of the back part, then front part shoulder and then I am taking second part from the back and attaching it. Now we'll make the front pocket. For that we have folded it like this and we'll stitch it. Front placket is ready. Now we'll attach the collar. For that we'll first measure the full round neck, which is 16.2 here. For pasting paper of 9.5 inch width. And then we'll mark 8.1, half of that 16.2, which is 8.1. We'll mark it here. and we'll take 3 inch and mark it, and same 3 inch we'll mark it here. Then just we'll join the lines. We'll do a slanting line here. Half inch we are marking from the bottom and half inch we are marking from the top, and we'll just join these lines. Now we'll cut this shape. Now on one piece of fabric, iron this pasting paper, and we'll cut by leaving the half inch on all the sides. We'll take another piece of fabric and we'll stitch it all 3 sides. We'll leave the stitching on the bottom side. Then we'll cut the corner and we'll flip it. After this, we'll do one top stitch here, and we'll fold in the bottom and we'll do one iron. So here I have done one top stitch and folded one side and iron it properly. Now we'll start attaching this collar. We'll start from the placket sides. Make the small cuts. And then we'll stitch from the top. This will be on the outer side of the dress. Collar has attached. We'll do the sleeve cutting. For that I have folded the fabric in 4 layers, and cap height I am taking 3.5 inch. Bicep I am taking 7.5 and 2 inch for the seam allowance. From bottom I am taking 1 inch for the folding. And 16 inch is the sleeve length, which I am taking it here. Bottom round is 9 inch, so half of that is 4.5 inch. Now we'll give the sleeve shape, keeping little down for the front part, and I have cut the sleeves here. First I'll fold the bottom part of the sleeve, then we'll attach the sleeves from the top part. Start attaching the sleeves from the center part, both the end. So if anything extra, it will be adjusted on the Make the small cuts. It gives a proper finish to the sleeve. Now we'll join both the sides. By leaving the stitching margin, I have joined it here. So with this, our top part is ready. Now we'll proceed for the bottom cutting, which is umbrella type. So I have folded 2 fold fabric here, and which I am folding in this 4 fold. Top round measurement, I am using the top waist length, which is 8 inch, which has came 10.5 inch. So I will do one round shape, 10.5. Just mark 10.5 here. Give a round shape. My bottom length is 25 inch. I'm making 2 inch extra for seam allowance. I've cut the umbrella part. I'm not cutting this in two pieces. I am keeping this hole as a one. And both sides I have folded and stitched it for the plackets. And now I'll attach it to the top part. And on the bottom I will just fold and stitch it with the top. If anything extra, we can give a small pleats. The bottom part is also folded. Now we'll attach the buttons. From the bottom we'll mark 6 inch. We'll join or stitch it all together to make a join. If you want, you can keep all front open. Well, mark 6 inch from the top, which I'll keep open. And here I have attached the buttons. So from here, if you see, I have stitched it and I attached the buttons. And from top, from this line, I have stitched it in the bottom. So it's opening only till this line. And all other places it is attached. One button I have kept extra. Now I'll make the belt. For belt, we have taken 4.5 inch width and 70 inch long. We'll fold it and stitch it like this. And after that, we'll flip it. After the flipping, we'll do one top stitch for the proper finish. Here I have done and iron it properly. Then we'll take 4 loops, which is 4 inch long, and we'll attach it like this. So here I have attached all the loops, and we can pass it our belt here. And we can tie it here. With this our dress is ready. And here is the final look. If you like the video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.